Today let's do one of my all-time favorites. Today we're going to cook some barbecue pork belly on the Char-Griller Wood Pro pellet stove. Now we've taken our pork belly and we've cut it into about 1-inch thick strips. I'm going to lay this out. We're going to put a rub on it. I'm using my standard rub that I use for my St. Louis style ribs. Now if you have a rub that you prefer, one of your own, go ahead and use that. It's whatever you like. If you would like to use mine, well, here's the ingredients. You can go ahead and purchase these and mix this up on your own. Alright, we flipped our pork belly over and we're going to coat all sides of these pork belly strips. That fat you see, that's going to render down and it's going to be delicious. We've set our pellet stove to 275 degrees. We're using apple pellets for this, apple wood pellet. And we're going to go ahead and put these on there. We're going to cook them for an hour. Then we're going to come back and we're going to turn them over. Going to cook them for another hour. Then we're going to come back and we're going to put some barbecue sauce on them and cook them for a third hour, just to let that barbecue sauce set and to make sure that our ribs are done all the way to the inside. Like I said, the fat on these is going to render down. A lot of it's going to melt off, but the stuff that remains is going to be a very delicious melt in your mouth fat. You're really going to enjoy it. Alright, we've turned our pork belly over, cooked it for another hour. Now it's time to put our barbecue sauce on so we can cook it for a third and final hour. We want to make sure that this is cooked all the way to the center, and we want to make sure that that fat gets rendered as much as possible. The fat that'll remain on there, I guarantee you it'll melt in your mouth and it's absolutely delicious. The third hour is up. Time to take our pork belly off the pellet grill here, and we're going to go ahead and let this rest a little bit before we serve it. In the meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and kick up our grill to its highest temperature. We're going to set it on high. We're going to put a sheet of aluminum foil over this grill because we got some sauce on there. It's kind of messy. That's okay. My wife makes an awesome macaroni and cheese. So what we did was we put this on 400 and we put a couple pans of her mac and cheese in there. You can see they're bubbling, they're ready to go. Also made up some cornbread and put it in there. Alright, our cornbread's done. Time to take that off. We've got our whole meal here cooked on our pellet stove and we're ready to plate. There you go. We got 2 slices of delicious pork belly there with some cornbread, some mac and cheese, and an ice cold beer. What could be better? Enjoy.